The all-new 22 Civic, now on sale at Team Honda on Siegen Lane.
Happy Friday Eve.
Happy Friday Eve. Happy first full day of fall, and man, did it feel like it.
Yes.
Still does.
When you wake up, out the door,
Yeah.
it feels so good to be outside. And it's a great day to be outside because we're campaigning for a cause.
We are. Lift Up Louisiana. We're going to dig into that here in a quick minute. We're going to join Donovan Jackson, again, live from Rouse's here in a quick minute to talk to you a little bit about this. Again, lifting up Louisiana as we get past Hurricane Ida. Obviously still a long way to go, but yeah, what a great day to get out there and be a part of that.
Oh my gosh, and not only today, but we're going to enjoy those lows for a little bit into the next coming days until that humidity starts to pick up again and those rain chances start to pick up again. So let us enjoy every minute of this beautiful, starting the mornings in the 50s degree weather until we don't have to.
Yeah, I know. It'll happen, but you know what? Just yeah. I mean, I woke up, crawled out the window this morning.
Crawled out the window?
Well, how do you leave?
Oh. Well, I like to roll out of bed and then do somersault down the stairs, break a few bones, and then just kind of mosey on.
See, my rolling out the window ain't so weird now.
No, I guess not.
See?
I was judging, but I shouldn't have judged. I apologize.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's but yeah, brilliant out there, brilliant out there. All right, so that's going on, obviously.
Yes.
Something else that we are following for you today as well. Actually, this has already kind of begun. Not kind of, it has begun.
I believe he just wrapped up.
Just wrapped up. The governor having some big conversations with folks in D.C.
Yes, and the important thing here to take away is our producer was listening in to this conversation, and obviously when we checked in with our friends in Lake Charles, they still have not gotten the help that they need. So a lot of this focus was to get Louisiana back in the headlines, back at the forefront for these conversations for extra relief dollars, because for our friends in Lake Charles and Southwest Louisiana are still struggling to come back from Laura and Delta and Zeta. So that was the brunt of that conversation. Meanwhile, we're piggybacking off of that because our storm is a lot more recent. Ours just happened less than a month ago. So how much money will this equate to? We'll see.
That's the conversation. And we talked about it from the very beginning, how long before Ida escapes the minds of those around the rest of the country, how long before the national conversation doesn't happen anymore. And like you said, we saw it very quickly with something like Laura, even despite the damage. So we'll see. The governor's been there for a couple days. He's still got some time up there. Every one of these conversations is very important about what he's able to bring. He and, of course, our congressional delegation there from Louisiana as well. So a lot of conversations. But we'll give you the takeaways from this coming up in later editions of Night News.
Another conversation happening, presumably while he's at the White House, is Louisiana's COVID numbers. The White House has really honed in on Louisiana because we've been a hot spot throughout this time in the pandemic. So they chose this site to be a federally run site for the mass vaccines, for testing, and so that continues here. As we talk about treatment options for patients who have COVID, Baton Rouge General rolling out this option here for you to get treatment, but it's only for a specific group of people.
Yeah, right now, so you may have heard of this, the monoclonal antibody infusion treatment for COVID-19. Right now, it is, you have to have a doctor's note to be able to kind of get into this. You have to have those COVID symptoms. It has to have be a certain amount of days. And then, yes, you get the doctor's recommendation, the referral. You're able to go over there, get that infusion treatment. We won't go into the great details, because I'm not an expert, but it really is all about latching onto that spike protein of the virus, and then which allows it to not get deeper into your cells. That's the idea when you talk to the healthcare leaders and the uber smart scientists as they try to work a potential treatment for this. You know, the vaccine is to try to prevent all that stuff before it happens. This is kind of the after. What do you do? Is there something I can do after?
Yeah.
And it's happening right here.
That's it. The Baton Rouge General Mid-City Campus by Hospital Entrance 3, but you can't just show up.
No.
You do need to have COVID symptoms, have tested positive for it, and had those symptoms for at least 10 days. So again, doctor's note required. You need to make sure you're going through the proper channels to get this, but we're hearing that these kind of infusion centers are opening up all across the state.
Correct, right. You're going to have more of these. This was, it was always about getting that research down, making sure that it was good to go, looking at those, the peer reviews, making sure that was all, and then putting it out there. All right, now we're ready.
Right.
Now we're ready. And they're opening the doors. First day today, just a little more than an hour ago. They're going to run it until 5:45. But again, we'll see more of these begin to pop up.
Well, the doors at Rouse's have been open all morning, especially for our Lift Up Louisiana drive. This is so cool to see, us teaming up with the Central Federal Credit Union and Rouse's Markets, and we actually have a live presence there this morning.
We do! Donovan Jackson has been live all morning out there at Rouse's, and Donovan, I mean, you've been having some fun out there, man. Look, we love being able to do this, and you're just like the perfect person for it. Dance our way through Lifting Up Louisiana. What are we doing?
Yes, we are dancing our way through it. It's a beautiful way. I don't know if you guys gotten a chance to step outside since the sun has come out. But Matt and Liz, it is beautiful out here. We're camping out with Titan 9 outside of Rouse's. But as you said, it's for a very, very important cause, and that's for Lift Up Louisiana. Hurricane Ida has devastated families across the capital area and across the entire state. That's why we have teamed up with Rouse's and with Essential Federal Credit Union to make sure that we get out essential food items to families that have been impacted by this. So we're looking for your donations. All day today, we're going to be out at the Rouse's on Burbank, and we're looking for some of your donations as far as non-perishable items to get to families that have been affected. But if you don't have any non-perishable items, well, Rouse's has made it pretty easy for you. Check out these bags that they have. We've been walking by some of these bags. These are $10 bags that they're sending out to families if you don't have any non-perishable items. So we'll take a look at some of the items. You can see the canned goods and the snacks that are in those bags to get out to families. Again, this is an opportunity to help those families that have been devastated by Hurricane Ida, one of the biggest storms that we've seen in a couple of years here in Louisiana. There's also these pallets of water and other food items that you can purchase from Rouse's to get over to families. But folks have been coming out here pretty steady for as far as the donations. We'll take a look at some of our boxes over here. I know I got you guys walking. Let's take a look at this side over here. That one is a little bit empty, but we have these over here on this side, James. We're going to get our full tag. I've been having him walk around with us all morning, so we've been keeping him pretty busy. But check out the food items that we've been having. Come on over here, friend. We got folks that are coming up here. Come on over. Look, we have some shy folks, but people have been coming steadily, bringing some of these food items to us. Again, this is important because it hits the areas, our viewers in our areas, okay? So we make up about 11 parishes in our area, right? So we're talking about West Baton Rouge, East Baton Rouge, the Feliciana, Ziberville, Point Capee, Assumption, all of those parishes in our area. These go directly to them. And we've partnered up with the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank so that they can be the resource to get this stuff out to these people. And it's because the food banks, those shelves are beginning to dwindle down, so it's an important opportunity for us to step up with them. Again, we are at all of the Rouse's locations that you can donate. Well, we're not at all of them. I'm here at the one on Burbank, but you can donate to any of the Rouse's locations in your area. You can also go to any of the Essential Federal Credit Unions to make any donations. And again, we're partnered up with the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank. We're going to be out here all day, and we are looking forward to talking with you guys at home. If you want to stop by, we have Titan 9 out here. Come take some pictures with us. But if you can't make it out, we do have a way that you can make a monetary donation. Okay, so you can text 51555, and they'll send you a link over to make a donation. Again, that number is 51555. Now, don't worry, we have all of this information on WFB.com and on the 9 News app to get to us. But if you can make it out, we'll be out here all day, Liz and Matt. I know you guys are coming out here. We would love to talk with you at home, love to see you come snap up some pictures with us. Help us lift up Louisiana. All right, let's get back over to you guys, unless you guys got some questions or anything for me.
Donovan, that's awesome. Just to see people donating food while you're there. I mean, that box, it looks like, is nearly full.
Yeah, and it's early already. Like I said, as soon as we started about 7, folks started to drift on in. Again, the weather is really nice. They started to drift on in and start bringing in food donations. So it's good to see so far that this early people are making those donations. And that's because people know how devastating somebody that's been impacted by the storm, even if it might have been yourself. But everybody knows somebody that was impacted by this storm. And I think that's what kind of has really encouraged and motivated folks to get out and make some of these donations. And Rouse's have been partnering with us for a while now with some of these issues. And they've been kind of telling us how beneficial and impactful these type of initiatives are. We also got a chance to talk with the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank. And they told us about how those shelves, although there's still food on those shelves, they're starting to dwindle down. And so these type of initiatives and efforts are super, super important. And again, partnering up with Essential Federal Credit Union, helping to be that resource to get these food items to people that need it. And just to remind you, if you do not have, and look, it only takes a couple of cans, right? A lot of people say, well, I don't have a whole lot. It only takes 1 or 2 cans that could do a lot for a family who may be in need right now. But just to remind you again, if you don't have any non-perishable items of your own, Rouse's has made it very easy where you can come and get one of these bags, and it has a lot of food in there just for $10, and they can send this bag out to a family in need. So again, we will be on the Burbank location at Rouse's all day today. Come see us, come holler at us, come take a couple of pictures for Instagram. We'd love to chat with you. We love to lift up Louisiana. All right, I'll talk forever, so let me get back to you guys over there in the studio, Matt and Liz.
DJ, absolutely. Do it for the gram, baby. Do it for anything. Just get out there. We're going to be out with you here in a little bit, Donovan. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
How fun is that? Right? Oh, man.
So we're going to get out there here in a little bit. We got a little bit more to do right here, but Donovan made some great points.
Yeah.
It's very simple to be a part of this. If you can make it out, fantastic. If not, there's an easy way to be a part of that as well. Text IDA, the 51555.
Yeah.
We need to be able to keep this going because the road to recovery is, we talked about it, marathon, not a sprint.
And it's not just our viewing area. We know well within deep South Louisiana, they're really struggling down there. So people, about 10,000 still without power.
That's true.
So you think about food, they haven't been able to refrigerate anything. So they need these canned goods, these non-perishable items, so they can eat while they're working on this recovery process. So if you're watching and you say, hey, well, I've got 5 minutes, let me just type in that number, texting IDA to 51555. It's easy. If you live out of state, you can also participate in that way.
Right.
But if you want to go to any of the locations, we have it, WAFB.com/liftupida, and it kind of walks you through why we're doing this. And y'all know that why. You see these pictures, and these are the families that are needing this food here. So we've got a number of locations. Donovan mentioned we're partnering up with the Essential Federal Credit Union.
That's these locations here.
All of those, along with all of the Rouse's locations across our viewing area. So we're so excited to be a part of this cause to lift up Louisiana.
Try to put them in pockets all over the place so it would make it easy for you to head on over and make whatever kind of donation you're able to make. You and I are going to be out there at about
yes, we are.
10:30-ish?
10:30-ish.
10:30-ish.
Johnny may show up.
Well,
he is our celebrity guest appearance. He's working on some special things for Asian nations.
Exactly.
So
I mean,
we'll
the man never stops.
No.
So how can you continue to be a part of this?
Yes.
We're going to do it right here. WAFB Plus, which is what you're watching right now. Roku, Fire TV, or Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, YouTube as well.
Yes.
And so, I mean, we're going to be live as well during the noon show, the big broadcast, right? But we'll be coming to you here from WAFB Plus as well.
Around 11 o'clock in the morning, we're going to check in with Autumn Payton, our producer here with WAFB Plus. So it's going to be a really exciting day. It's going to be a marathon coverage for Lifting Up Louisiana. So our whole team's getting involved. We'd love for you to be a part of this cause too.
You know what? While you're here, if you're hanging out on YouTube, stick around for a quick minute. We're going to jump off of these channels here on WAFB Plus, but we're going to hang around on YouTube for our little Therapy Thursday, little Talkback Thursday kind of a thing. Whatever you'd like to chat about, whether it be the big Lift Up Louisiana campaign, how you can get involved, you want to talk about the fall weather, let's do all that on the YouTubes here in a quick minute.
We got options.
We got some options.
Yeah, so hop on over. But other folks, we'll see you tomorrow.
Boom.
We're back.
We are.
Yes.
We didn't go far.
No.
No.
Well, we're busy lifting.
We are doing this right here. Lift Up Louisiana, folks. We are live actually this morning out at Rouse's on Burbank and Lee as we continue to push for a little bit of help in recovery from Hurricane Ida.
You've heard Donovan Jackson live there all morning at the Rouse's on Burbank there at the Arlington Marketplace. This is incredible. We did this last year for Hurricane Laura victims in Southwest Louisiana. Ben Terry and I were actually out there doing this very same thing to bring food to our friends there. But now it is our time because people in our part of the world, our viewing area, are in need. So the great staff at Rouse's there has put together these food bags. You can see they've got the brown bag and they've got the label on them telling you what's on it. And Matt, in every single bag is canned goods, items that are non-perishable. Because for the folks who don't have power, who may not have a working fridge, these are the only options right now.
Some staples, but like you said, non-perishable staples that they can actually take into their home and feed a family. And that's $10, just $10. I mean, think about what that could mean. And you know very well, Liz, because you've done so many of these stories as well, we're working with the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank through all this. And their ability, now if you want, you can go buy $10 worth of groceries from Rouse's right here, and they'll get that prepackaged bag off and running. If you want to make a monetary donation through somebody like the food bank, they can turn that $10 into like $70 worth of food buying power. They buy in bulk, they have all the connections. And so there is just such a great way that we can continue to help the folks who are recovering here in South Louisiana. Because it really is, it's been a hard hit for a lot of folks. In our viewing area, in our sister station, WVUE's viewing area down in Southeast Louisiana as well. It's really, I mean, Ida came through and just did a number.
That's why we're trying to help lift up Louisiana by making it easy. All you have to do is make that grocery run today or just text Ida to 51555 on your screen. You can donate $5, $1, $10, however much you want to make this thing happen. And again, that is staying here locally in our community. So the great thing is you're helping a neighbor and you may not even know it.
And that's the thing. It is, we talk all the time about neighbors helping neighbors kind of a thing. Man, did we see that in 2016 after the floods. And everybody remembers the Louisiana Rising that came after that, right? I mean, it was monstrous. That did eventually, after a while, get national attention. The Louisiana Rising. Because that flood, if you recall, that rainmaker of a storm never had a name. And so it didn't grab a lot of attention. Well, Hurricane Ida, it's got a name. It was an official storm, a big one at that. But even with that, the national conversation has kind of spun off a little bit. Our governor right now, along with the Louisiana delegation in D.C., having those conversations, but it has spun off a little bit. So it's up to us, as it usually is. It's up to us. And without a doubt, there's no place I would rather be than Louisiana after something like this, because we see it time and time again. Big hearts turn into big help all the time.
All of that is what defines Louisiana strong.
Truly.
We know it when it comes down to helping each other. We do, because there's no other option. If you're not going to wait for help to get on the way. So if you see someone in need, you're going to help out in any way you can. And so we've seen this, as Matt said, with the food bank. They constantly have days where they're updating their website here as they continue to distribute Hurricane Ida meals on top of the effort that we're partnering with them on. But Matt made a really good point last week, is that every day you're seeing more days added to this.
They just keep doing it.
And so they're distributing, they're going into these areas. You can see on Monday they were in Livingston Parish doing a specific donation drive there, and they're going to continue doing this until they see, well, there may not be much of a need there. There's actually some happening today.
Yeah, there is. You got Point Capee, check out Point Capee Parish.
Let me zoom this in for
it's right there in Lettsworth, and then that began at 8 o'clock this morning. You got actually a couple in Point Capee, don't you? One beginning at 8, one beginning at 10. You got one in Livingston Parish. It's over there at Walker Pentecostal Church, for those who know it, right along Florida Boulevard, the 9900 block of Florida Boulevard. And then in Ascension Parish, beginning at 1 o'clock as well, Christian Assembly, there in Gonzales, right there, LA 941. So those are today. But Liz, like we were talking about, the food bank has been making sure that they set up their mobile stations all over the place.
It is incredible what they're able to do, and that's because of volunteers. And if you are able, you've got the time, you've got money, there are so many ways to get involved. You can be an advocate, you can even host a food drive. If you have a location, maybe a big parking lot, you can sign up to host a food drive for your community or your neighborhood as well. So many ways to get involved with the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, and so we love this opportunity to even do this, well, a month-long food drive, but we're going to be out there today in just a little bit to meet folks and say hi and to really say thank you. That is the whole point here, is to say thank you to the people who've donated, because we'd love to hear your stories.
We do, because these stories make up the fabric of South Louisiana. And I'm looking at a couple of those bags, Liz, and I'm looking at a few of those bags. I think a few of those bags got my name on them. I know they do you as well. I can't wait to get out there and be a part of this and contribute. Help to contribute to the recovery of South Louisiana. But the fact that they've made it so easy, and that's the ticket. Look, these days, man, look, we know life is crazy, life is busy. From the moment you wake up to the minute you put your head back down on the pillow, it is literally nonstop for so many people. So, trying to make it easy, so easy. It's literally like drive up, whatever you got, drop off, or if you don't have anything, buy that bag. Or if, like you said, if you can't, it's an easy text as well with any kind of donation you want to make.
Yeah.
Trying to do the good.
They will take every bit of what you are willing to give.
Yeah. All of it.
So please stay with us throughout the day. We're going to be checking in here on WAFB Plus and throughout our main broadcast to say hello. And again, we'd love to see you.
Yeah, come on out. Again, it's the Rouses, Burbank and Lee. Liz and I are going to head out there. We'll be out there about 10:30, depending on traffic. Oh my God,
Well,
the traffic in Baton Rouge
we need
today.
a loop. Johnny said that
Where's
today.
Johnny?
We need a loop.
You know what? He ain't lying.
He may be building
We've
one.
been needing a loop for about 30 years now, so I'm sure we'll get it in another 30 years.
Well, if Johnny's on it, I believe it. I believe it.
Johnny, we'll stick Johnny on you. Absolutely. But yeah, we're going to get out there pretty quick
Yes.
to see if we can't continue to help lift up Louisiana.
Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.